W8HRF here. We're getting ready to start the BeaconNet pre-show. Is anybody able to give me a radio check?
W8HRF, K8QKO. Sounding really good to me, Josh.
All right. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate it. I always like to check. You never know what gremlins creep into the system. How are you doing?
Oh, peachy. I'm peachy. Just getting ready for the net to start up. How about you?
Peachy keen, man. Peachy keen. Doing the same. All right. I'll talk to you in a couple minutes here once we get the pre-show rolling. Thanks for coming back to me. K8QKO, W8HRF.
The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
Time to rock and roll, as Betty says. QST, QST, QST. Welcome to the BeaconNet pre-show. I sent Lucy upstairs to go see if she could find my phone, side note, and turns out I had it here the whole time. Anyways, welcome to the BeaconNet pre-show. My name is Josh, Juliet Oscar Sierra Hotel. My call, Whiskey 8 Hotel Romeo Foxtrot. I'm located here in Akron, Ohio, and I'll be your pre-net control station for the pre-show for the BeaconNet here. I'm repeating myself. The BeaconNet is sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association right here on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio. 147 Mark 390 is the frequency for the repeater and the offset. Got a positive offset and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. We light up the nighttime airwaves every Sunday and Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 9 p.m. up there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. This is the pre-show. I'm here to take early check-ins and in and outs. I'll line them up, and at the top of the hour, Lucy will knock them down. This is a controlled net. We ask that all traffic pass through net control. And as is tradition, we're going to go ahead and we're going to check in with the BeaconNet crew right before we get started. Nick calls it the Mickey Mouse roll call. I don't know if Lucy's ready. She's standing here and her foot pedal's all the way over there. So let's call on Dustin first. KD8EPC, what's going on, Dustin? Are you sticking around for the net tonight?
Oh man, W8HRF and the BeaconNet pre-show. This is KD8EPC. I wasn't expecting you for another minute or so, Josh, but I've got the HT here coming in through Allstar tonight. You know what? I think I'm going to stick around for the duration. I'm not over there on the blue screen harassing people yet, but I'll probably get there shortly. This is KD8EPC. Back over to pre-net control.
KD8EPC, W8HRF. All right, Dustin. Sorry, I just had a power brick fall apart on me. I'm trying to not get electrocuted. We'll leave you on the list. We got you on the list, Dustin. We'll look for you in the blue screen harassing folks. All right, let's see if Lucy's ready and see if you guys can hear her. KE8YUK, you ready to rock and roll, Lucy? W8HRF.
Rock and roll. I think I'm coming through. So have to tell me how I sound. I think we switched headphones because mine says W8HRF, but maybe they both do. All right, so that's the same one. Yeah, I have no idea where my mic is in relation to my mouth, so we're going to see how I sound in a second. But otherwise, we're here. We've got all trivia. Here we go. K8YK to W8HRF.
All right. Thanks, Lucy. I got you down for alt trivia. I got myself down for main trivia. Should probably fill in the responsibilities here. Everybody else has no responsibilities, so that's okay. It's an easy thing to fill out. All right, let's see. I'm hoping somebody will let us know if Lucy doesn't sound good. And we'll talk to Nick, KD8 SLG. What's going on, Nick? How's your week going? How was the boredom breaker net? I forgot to ask Dustin. And you sticking around tonight?
W8WKY. W8HRF, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Josh. And hi, Lucy. I could barely hear Lucy. No, she was fine. A little light on the audio. Get a little closer to the mic. That'll do it. Good week so far. We had fun on the boredom breaker net this afternoon. We always do. I think we got to 40. Dustin was all chatty today. I yelled at some people. It was fun. I will be back to answer questions later, but I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of interaction on the blue screen tonight. Audrey and I got a thing we're catching up on, a show, and I'll be back later to answer questions, for sure. You guys have fun. KD8SLG, back to net control.
All right, Nick, sounds good. Enjoy catching up on the show. We'll give you a call a little later so you can answer trivia. Going to clear with KD8 SLG and fine business on 40 this afternoon. Hey, sometimes I get chatty on the boredom breaker net. I can't ever decide if I want to go for numbers or chattiness. Both are so much fun. Anyways, we'll catch you in a little bit, Nick. Going to clear with KD8 SLG. Let's talk to KD8 QKO. What's going on, Nick? You sticking around tonight?
W8HRF, KEQKO. Yeah, I think I'll stick around for a bit. I'll hang out, listen to the net. Yeah, nothing really else going on. Pass it back to you, Josh, KEQKO.
All right, slow week for Nick at night. All right, we'll leave you on the list. We'll keep an eye out for you. Got you sticking around for a while, Nick. It's good to hear you. Going to clear with KE8QKO. Talk to Eric, KE8VZA. What's going on, Eric? What's going on in Strongsville this week? You sticking around for the net? Oh, Eric might be a pumpkin already. KE8VZA, Kilo Echo 8 Victor Zulu Alpha. Oh, man. Reminds me of my old call sign. You out there, Eric? All right, Eric might be enjoying a well-deserved night off. We'll check back with him later, though, see if he shows up a little later. All right. That's the bottom of the Mickey Mouse roll call. Let's go ahead and I'll read off who I have on the list so far, and we'll do a couple rounds of check-ins, and we'll work the list and see who's sticking around and who's just getting their parking ticket validated tonight. I have on the list WB4AIZ Chuck. I got you in and out, Chuck. You have yourself a good night down there in Florida. KI5 WDM Donald. I got you in there. K5 CFY Mr. Ray in his number 10 spot. N5 KBD Pete. I'm going to call you Pete. I hope you're out there. You're normally in and out. I want to hear your voice one day, Pete. Whiskey 3 Echo Tango Bravo Eddie. KF8 FIW James. AB8MO Andy. And KA0 KDW. And I'm adding KE8 QFT. Uncle Fred off the blue screen. Oh, who else is out there? We got KC8 FQV. I'm adding from the blue screen as well. All right, let's go ahead and take some check-ins. Stations waiting to check into the BeaconNet pre-show. Please come with your call sign phonetically, along with alphabetically, along with your name and location. Please call now.
This is Kilo 6 Kilo Juliet Victor. Kilo 6 Kilo Juliet Victor Kevin in Valley Springs, California.
Kilo Alpha 8 Lima Yankee Juliet KA8 LYJ Bob in the Magic City.
In and out.
Car 4, Foxtrot Sierra Hotel, KO4 FSH, Dave in Perry Heights.
All right, let me pick it up there. All right, on that round we picked up K6KJV RevCav. We got KA8LYJ Bob. I believe that was KA8MNT in and out. I believe also WV3K Phil in and out. K3MBC Mike Bravo Charlie got you in there, Mark. KO4FSH David got you in there as well. Let me check this. Tom, KA8MNT, was that you? Were you in and out?
Roger, roger. That was me, and I am in and out.
All right, Tom. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate that, and we'll listen for you on the barometer net in the morning. Sleep well. Let's see. Phil, WV3K, were you in and out, Phil?
W8HRF, Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Yeah, Josh, I'm just no traffic tonight. I just need to continue getting rest. I got about a day left before surgery, and I really do need to rest up real good. We just got some groceries and stuff to get me settled down for that. But back to you. I don't want to take up any more of your time. W8HRF for W8WKY Beacon Net. This is Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Back over to net control, pre-net control.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, W8HRF. All right, Phil, you have yourself a good night. Hey, we'll be praying for you, and take care of yourself, okay? And never a problem. It's always good to hear you, so don't feel bad for taking up airtime. That's what we're here for. So, all right, we'll catch you later, Phil. Okay, any other check-ins for the Beacon Net pre-show? Please give me a call.
Please copy Alpha Alpha 8 Charlie Sierra. This is Gary in Fairlawn.
KE8BZA, Kilo Delta 5 Alpha Foxtrot. This roll call, I'm just going to have to be in and out tonight. About ready to have another coughing fit with this cold. 7-3, everyone. Thanks, Josh.
Get up there. All right, we picked up on that round. Eric, KE8BZA, 7-3, Eric, thanks for stopping by. I forgot I heard you on the barometer net saying you had a cold, so feel better, all right? We'll catch you later. And let's see, we also picked up El Presidente, AA8CS. You got slot number 24, Gary. It's the inverse of 42, the reverse of 42, 24, there you go. And we picked up Grant in there, KD5AFS. All right, let's go ahead and jump up and start work on this list. I don't see any mobiles, so let's talk to Donald, KI5, WDM. How's it going, Donald? Are you sticking around for the big show at the top of the hour?
Well, good afternoon, Josh. Yes, I am. I'll be here. This is KI5WDM. Just holler at me when it's my turn, my friend.
All right, Donald, sounds good. We'll give you a call, and you'll be up first as long as there's no mobiles. So you'll be early in the night. So there you go. All right, we'll catch you in a little bit. We're going to clear with KI5WDM. And let's talk to Jeremy, KE8ZRY. What's going on, Jeremy? You got anything you're up to this Wednesday evening besides listening to the net, and are you sticking around?
W8WKY.
W8HRF, this is KE8ZRY, Jeremy here in Ashland. Good evening, Josh, and everybody's checked in so far. Nothing going on besides the net right now. I'm going to stick around. I'll be listening to those trivia, and yeah, I'll be waiting. I see I'm number 2 here, so I'll be, it'll be quick. But I'll pass it back over to you. This is KE801.
All right, Jeremy, sounds good. We got you sticking around on the list there, so we'll get back to you here early on in the list, so there you go. All right, going to clear with KE8ZRY. Let's talk to Mr. Ray, K5CFY. How are you, Mr. Ray? Are you out there? I took the liberty of throwing you on the list. K5CFY, I see you in the blue screen. K5CFY, W8HRF.
W8HRF, K5CFY, good evening there. Josh, wave a hand there at Miss Lucy and Betty and Will. Hope you guys are all doing good. Thanks for running the pre-net, and I'll be hanging around. Back to you, K5CFY.
All right, Mr. Ray, it's good to hear you. And I'll hear you this weekend on the Boredom Breaker Net. I will be ready to rock and roll this Saturday, so that should be good. We got you sticking around. I'll have Lucy give you a call. Going to clear with K5CFY, and I'll tell the kiddos you say hello. And let's see if Pete's out there. I didn't read any of the messages in the blue screen to see if he's actually here, if he's just in and out. Pete, N5, KBD, you out there, Pete? All right, Pete's normally just listening, so I'll just go ahead and punch his parking ticket there. One day, Pete, one day. Hopefully I'll get to hear your voice. All right, let's clear with N5KBD. We're going to talk to Eddie now, W3ETB. What are you up to, Eddie? How's the weather out there in Annapolis? What's it like here? It's kind of like a springish day today here in Ohio. It's like in the 40s. The sky actually cleared. I could see some blue. I saw blue. I saw the sun. That was cool. How are things out in over?
Josh. Yeah, it's pretty much the same as you there. It started out kind of foggy, cloudy, looked like it was going to rain. A few times during the day it looked like it was going to rain, but it didn't. And, the sun came out, and I think it got up to in the 50s. I think the last time I checked on it, it was like 49, and it felt like 49. So, but I do think it got up into the 50s, a little higher, though, than that. We spent most of the day inside, other than going out and checking the mail. I was going to go to the store today, but the wife said she didn't need anything, so when she was fixing some tilapia for dinner, we had coleslaw, and we had some potato wedges, so that went very well. Anyway, I'll be here for a while. I'm starting to yawn, and the eyelids are getting a little heavy, so I'm not sure exactly how long I'll be here, but I'll try to be here for a while and listen. W3ETB, I'll get my answers as well.
All right, Eddie, W3ETB, W8HRF. What was I going to say about the store? You just got to come up with something, I guess. Like sometimes there's days where you're just like, today is a shopping day, and I don't need anything, but I'm going to go shopping anyway. I don't know if anybody else has this. I don't have many of those days, but I do have the urge sometimes, so I'll just go to Menards on the way home. Anyways, all right, Eddie, we got you on the list. You're number 4 so far, so we'll get back to you pretty quickly after the top of the hour. So there you go. Going to clear with W3ETB. Let's talk to James. Kilo Foxtrot 8 Foxtrot India Whiskey. How are you, James? And are you sticking around for the big show at the top of the hour?
Hi, it's Julia India Mike, Jim from Avon, and yes, I am going to be for the big show. Looking forward to it. Good evening, everybody.
All right, sounds good. I got your name updated in NetLogger here, so that should be all set to go. Actually, let me click this button, add update club info. There we go. Let's see. You sounded good coming through the K8 KRG repeater, so you're up there in Sheffield Village, my old stomping grounds. I grew up in Lorraine, so there you go. All right, Jim, we'll catch you in a little bit. KF8 FIW W8HRF. This is W8HRF going through the list of pre-checks for the BeaconNet pre-show, and next we're going to talk to Andy, AB8MO. Long time no talk, Andy. You sticking around tonight?
W8HRF from AB8MO. All right, I will speak loudly and enunciate clearly just for Nick. Yeah, to my estimation, it's been, about 8.5 hours? So it was great having lunch with you, for sure. And I always enjoy your company there, Josh. And, it made this week off a little bit easier for me. I'm actually going to be in and out tonight. I have a phone call I got to make. So just punch my ticket, and we'll try to get in your Sunday. That's all I got from the land of snow and maple syrup. Sorry I'm going to miss the net, but hello to you, Josh, and a big hug to Lucy. This is AB8MO.
AB8MO, W8HRF. All right, Andy, sounds good. We got your parking ticket validated. Good to see you as well, and we'll listen for you on Sunday. So catch you later. Going to clear with Andy, and let's talk to Brad, KA0KDW. What's going on, Brad? You sticking around tonight?
Good evening, Josh, and the rest of the net. Yes, I'll be sticking around. Not much going on. Kind of a somber week here in Missouri this week. If anybody hadn't heard, I'm pretty sure this made national news. We had 2 deputies die this week, and 3 get injured. So keep their family and friends, law enforcement families in your prayers. This is only the 10th event in the last 100 years where 2 deputies died in the line of duty on the same incident. So that kind of puts that into perspective there. So kind of a somber day here in Missouri. Still a lot of details coming out on everything. So do keep their families, communities, and everything like that in your thoughts and prayers. It also hits home with me because, number one, it's an hour's drive away. But number 2, my brother is in law enforcement. Sorry about that. My radio timed out. But my brother's in law enforcement. He's a sergeant with the Boone County, Missouri Sheriff's Office, as well as a SWAT team member. And so it kind of hits home with me when these things happen with law enforcement. So whether you support law enforcement or not, I don't care. But do remember these are individuals, people's family, so keep them in your thoughts and prayers. And as always, back to the blue. KA0KDW.
All right, Brad. Well, we'll keep them in our thoughts and prayers, like you said. I hadn't heard about it, but that's simply because if I just don't get I don't get too much news exposure. If I don't hear it on the barometer net, I don't know if it actually. Yeah, it's if I don't hear it on the barometer net, but we will keep them in our thoughts and prayers, and we'll leave you on the list, and Lucy will give you a call in a little bit. So thanks for being here. Going to clear with KA0KDW. Let's talk to Uncle Fred. K8QFT. Hey, Uncle Fred, are you sticking around tonight?
W8WKY.
Yes, I will be here, and I just want to say, before I forget, Brad, sorry to hear that news, Brad. I always thought, police, law enforcement, it's like, they go into combat every time they put that uniform on. You don't know what's going to happen. And even in the armed forces, we don't always have that that threat or that feeling every day. But yes, I had the highest respect for law enforcement, and it's a dangerous job. They're very brave people. K8QFT, back to the pre-net.
K8QFT, W8HRF. All right, Fred, we got you sticking around. And, yep, we do appreciate all of our fire and law enforcement officials and all that they do. So there you go. All right, Fred, we'll talk to you in a little bit here. Lucy will give you a call. And let's see, you're going to clear with K8QFT. Let's talk to Mark, KC8FQV. What's going on, Mark? You sticking around tonight?
All right. Yeah, KC8FQV. On through Newberry, there's a crackle here or there, but it sounds pretty decent. Yeah, we'll stick around. So we'll send it back to net control. But probably we might come through the Allstar side. But I figured we'll give it a try on the good old RF side, KCFQV.
KC8FQV, W8HRF. All right there, Mark, we got you sticking around. And, yeah, like you said, just a little bit of popcorn, but you're sounding good. So, all right, let's talk to Kevin, K6KJV. What's up, Kevin? You sticking around tonight? And I'm going to put your answers down as double D before I forget. There we go. That's all taken care of. What's up, Kevin? You sticking around tonight?
Well, hello, Josh, Lucy, the youngins, and everyone else on the pre-net. No, I think I'm going to get my parking validated because I don't want my little clown car to get towed away. I think I might, I'm going to listen out, but I think I'm going to drift off into Dustin land maybe because I'm still not feeling too well. So just take and scratch the youngins' ears and give them a bone, or wait a minute, give them a cookie or something for me. So there you go. Yeah, I'm just going to be listening out, so I'll be in and out, and you got it. Double D's, Delta and Delta. Back to you from K6KJV after I say God bless 73 and Maranatha.
K6KJV, W8HRF. All right there, Kevin. Well, we got you marked in and out. We appreciate you stopping by. Feel better. And we'll give the kids, it's Lent, so we'll, instead of a cookie, maybe we'll do rice rusks. That's what Will eats, right? Betty thinks that they're good until she has them. But he's just trying to get used to solid foods. So there you go. It's like a rice cake or something. I don't know. Anyways, he devours them. So. All right, Kevin, have yourself a good night and feel better. Going to clear with K6KGV. Let's talk to Bob, KA8LYJ. What's going on, Bob? You sticking around tonight?
W8HRF, this is KA8LYJ. I will abide. And I'll give it back to you. KA8LYJ.
KA8LYJ, W8HRF. All right, we got you down for abiding. Tell Ida we say hello if she's still up. We'll catch you in a little bit there, Bob. All right, let's see. Let's talk to Mark, K3MBC. You sticking around tonight, Mark?
This is K3MBC. Evening, Josh. Thanks for getting us started tonight. Yes, I am sticking around. Back to you.
All right, sounds good. We got you sticking around, and your note is sounding good, so there you go. Let's clear with Kilo 3, Mike Bravo Charlie. Let's talk to David. Kilo Oscar 4, Foxtrot Sierra Hotel. How's it going, David? What are you up to tonight, and are you sticking around for the big show?
W8HRF, HRF. It's KO4FSH. Kind of spent most of the day playing around in Linux, trying to get a HD radio decoder going. That went pretty well, and then loaded up that Mestastic SDR GNU radio thing, and had a couple hours of that. I think I got it running, but I don't think there's any Mestastic around me, so that was kind of a bummer. And affirmative, yeah, I'll be sticking around for trivia. Back to net.
KO4FSH, W8HRF. All right. Well, what was I going to say about Mestastic? I know that there's some activity in Northeast Ohio, definitely Cuyahoga County, definitely some in Summit, but we just presentation. I guess it was last year actually. Now that I think of it, it feels like it was yesterday. But Ken Dorsey did a presentation for Sarah about Mestastic, and a whole bunch of folks went out and bought some of those devices. So that's kind of cool. I have not gotten into that yet, but I also have a buddy who's into Mesh Core, which is similar but different, a little different. He likes it a little better, so I need to learn a little bit more about it. So, all right, David, we got you sticking around. Let's talk to, we'll clear with David, and let's talk to Gary, AA8CS. How are you, Gary? And are you sticking around tonight?
Good evening, Sarah and friends. Yeah, good evening, Josh. And yeah, I think I'll stick around. I still fighting this back issue, but other than that, doing well, and think I need a little respite with the Beacon Net this evening. So I'll be here. AA8CS, back to net.
AA8CS, W8HRF. All right, Gary, we got you sticking around. Enjoy the net. And I just got the picture you sent me. That is very cool. Very neat. I like it. All right, Gary. We'll have Lucy give you a call in a little bit. Getting clear with AA8CS. Let's talk to Grant, my tail gunner for the pre-show. KD5 AFS. How are you, Grant? Are you sticking around tonight? No, he may have drifted off to sleep already. KD5 AFS. Grant, are you out there? All right. I think Grant's a little bit of an early bird, if I remember right. So he was probably in and out maybe there. So I'll mark him as such. But Grant, if you're around and want to do a recheck, we'd love to hear from you. But appreciate you stopping by regardless. All right, I'm 2 minutes over. Wow, how did that happen? I'm ready to hand it off to Miss Lucy, and I'll get my trivia question pulled up here. So I'd like to thank everybody who checked in on my 30 minutes here before the big show, and it's time for Lucy to light up the nighttime airwaves, KE8YUK. Take it away, Lucy, WHRF.
Easy. Hey, sorry, I was looking at YouTube trying to pull up the live stream, but I don't see it. So I'm going to leave my trusty logger to that. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. I'm Lucy, call sign KE8YUK, Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo. I'll be your net controller this evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. You can also find us with the Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, the Fireside, and various other repeaters, so please key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. What that sounds like is you'll hear a beep, but wait just a second or two after the beep to transmit. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? If so, please call now. nothing heard. We've got a good list of stations from a pre-show. Thank you, Josh. But if you missed the pre-show and would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alpha numerically, as well as your name and location. If you're interested, please call now. Well, aside from I haven't heard anyone. Someone was trying to make the repeater. You did not. Should I try again, Josh? Okay. Yeah, try it again. You were just sheer noise. All right, nothing heard. Let's read off trivia. Josh, W8HRF, has main trivia, so I'm going to toss it over to him. K8YUK to W8HRF. Go ahead and take it.
K8YUK, W8HRF. All right, thanks, Lucy. Tonight's main trivia question is, what are the oldest major electronic media awards given in the United States? Your options are Alpha, the Iris Awards; Bravo, the Annies, with an A; Charlie, the Peabodys; or Delta, the Cornwaldo Beans. It's an original. Number D, or letter D. Number D, oh man, my professor used to call it that. Number D. And letter 1. All right, main trivia again. What are the oldest major electronic media awards given in the United States? Your options are number Alpha, the Iris Awards; Bravo, the Annies; Charlie, the Peabodys; or Delta, the Cornwaldo Beans. I'll get this posted in the blue screen. Back to you, Lucy, W8HRF.
W8HRF, K8YK. I'm struggling with my foot pedal. It's too close to the edge of my desk, so I have very little foot space to press it down on, so apologies if I miss it. Thank you for main trivia. Here's your alt trivia. What did Nicolas Jacques Conté invent? A, modern chalkboard chalk; B, horsehair paintbrushes; C, the pencil; or D, the simple. Throwback to one of my first trivias ever, actually, on this net. So, if you know the reference, thank you. Anyway, all trivia. What did Nicolas Jacques Conté invent? A, modern chalkboard chalk; B, horsehair paintbrushes; C, the pencil. Josh just posted. C, the pencil; or D, the simple, otherwise known as the thimble. I'll post it in the blue screen, and I can't forget that I am net control, so we're going to go up to the top of the list. I've got a couple in and out, so we're going to start with Donald, K5WDM. How are you doing, Donald, and what are your trivia answers?
Well, hello, Miss Lucy. This is Kilo India 5 Whiskey Delta Mike. And, boy, y'all came up with some doozies tonight. So don't have a clue. So I'm just going to say double Charlies and hope for the best. Miss Lucy, it's good talking to you, young lady. You and Josh have a good evening. And I'll be sitting here listening for the answers when they come around. It's KI5WDM. God bless, and I'll be clear on your finals.
Well, I was going to key up sooner, but Josh just played the loudest video. Anyway, Donald, thank you so much for checking in. I am honored to be a young lady. It feels like a long time since I've been a young lady. 2 kids will do that to you. But anyway, we've got you down for Charlie and Charlie. We wish you a fantastic rest of your evening. 73 and God bless, my friend. We're going to clear. We're going to pick up Jeremy, KE8ZRY. How are you, Jeremy, and what are your trivia answers?
YUK. This is KE8ZRY. Good evening, Lucy, and everybody on the net. Not much going on here. Relaxing. You might hear a little one in the background. She's supposed to be asleep. She is not. So that's fun. That being said, we're going to work on getting her to bed. My trivia answer is going to be Charlie and Charlie. This is KE8ZRY. Going to pass it back over to Net Control. Y'all have a good night.
Oh, I did hear her in the background. Hello. Jeremy, I am totally up for third-party traffic if it isn't too much trouble for you and if it would make your life easier. If not, don't let her know that you can do third-party traffic. KE8ZRY, what do you say? Bummer! He said, I need to get this kid in bed. I am so tired of her. I love her very much, but it is time for bed because that is exactly what I have said when my children are up at this hour, which they have been frequently. Get down for Charlie and Charlie. Have a great night, Jeremy. Good luck with the little ones. We're going to clear and we're going to pick up K5CFY. Mr. Ray, how are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo K5CFY. Good evening, young lady. Good to hear you on the net there. Haven't heard you in a while, but hope all is well with you and Betty and Will, and of course Josh is always in there too. Anyway, my guesses are going to be Charlie and Bravo. So there you go. Have a great net there. 73, y'all. K5CFY.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ray. It has been a while. I haven't checked in on the boredom breaker in a minute. It's on my list. We've got you down for Charlie and Bravo. Jeremy made me laugh in the blue screen, so I got a little distracted. I completely understand how that feels. I was getting Betty ready for bed, and I left Will with Josh, but I didn't tell Josh that I left Will with Josh, which was my first mistake. And before I knew it, before either of us knew it, Will, in his fleece sleep sack, so it's just a potato sack with arms, was 2 stairs up on our upstairs wooden stairs, and it was really funny when it was over. So good luck with that. But again, Jeremy, if you ever want to have third-party traffic with the kids, I am always open to that. But anyway, I was talking to Ray. Ray, thank you so much for everything you do for ham radio. It's good to talk to you. We're going to clear with Ray. Pete was in and out, unfortunately. He might still be in the blue screen. Yeah, I still see him in the blue screen. What's up with that, Pete? Come on, man. You've got a lot of jokes. It'll be fun to hear you on the air, but I'm sure we will catch you later. So we're going to pick up W3ETB, another ham I haven't talked to in a long time. How are you, my friend, and what are your trivia answers for tonight?
Hi, Lucy. Yeah, well, one of the reasons you haven't talked to me for a while is because my wife and I, we were watching a series on the public TV called Death in Paradise. It was the new season, and actually I was watching it. She's kind of bummed out on it because all the older characters that they had pretty much left the show, and I told her, I said, when she fell asleep and didn't really watch the end of this last one, I told her, I said, I don't think those writers know exactly which way they want to go. The commissioner is in, he's out, he's in, he's out, he's in, he's out. And I said, even the inspector, he's in, he's out, he's in, he's out. So at the very end of it, of course, they leave it like most seasons do. You have no idea what's going to happen next. So I guess, as the wife says, that's why they want you to tune back in next season to find out what's going on. Anyway, I like the C on the first question, trivia question. I like the answer C. And for yours, I kind of thought one of the answers was blur or something like that. But that's not exactly what I saw when I looked at the answer in the blue screen. So, yeah, I really want to go with the thimble, but I think you had played that one time before, so I don't know. I'll go with C and C. So C for Josh's and C for yours, and we'll see what happens, I guess. You see? Anyway, good to talk to you, Lucy. Good to talk to Josh, and y'all have a great evening, and we'll talk to you later. W3TV, back to net. Now that the season's over, I will be back.
Eddie, good to hear from you. Yeah, having a good show is very nice. Josh and I have been watching Corner Gas when we get 5 seconds, but that's few and far between. But my parents actually watched Death in Paradise. They like it a lot. I have seen a couple episodes. It seems very fun. But Josh actually is not so much of a murder mystery guy. I am much more of the detective murder mystery show spouse. So usually if I start watching them before he's home, I can slip him in mid-episode. But yeah, great show. We've got you down for Charlie and Charlie. Glad to have you, and I totally understand why you haven't been around, so it's good to have you back and give your wife and the grandkids our best. We're going to clear with Eddie. We're going to pick up Jim, KF8FIW. How are you tonight, Jim? What are your trivia answers?
Good evening, Lucy. Good evening, Josh. My trivia answers are Charlie and Charlie. I see a trend developing. We'll see what happens. Just a quick note, if anybody's thinking about it, I went to see the Elvis in concert movie, the epic movie in IMAX. It was pretty good. Obviously a great talent and kind of what a waste. But I figure I'd never get to see Elvis really in concert, but so this would be the coolest thing. So it was kind of neat. Glad to be on the net tonight. Hope everybody's having a great night. 73's KF8 FIW.
KF8 FIW KE8YUK. Elvis in concert. That would be an incredible experience. I didn't know very much about Elvis growing up. He was just kind of one of the names that floated around. But the older I got, the more I learned, as is the case with most things, I guess. And yeah, it is a shame. It is a shame when fame sours, I guess is the word for it, because he certainly was famous. But I feel the same way about like Bruce Lee dying really young, and Heath Ledger also was a huge loss in my opinion. So it is a shame when when it gets to them is the way I'd put it. So glad you got to have a taste of it, and I'm glad it seems very fun. We've got you down for Charlie and Charlie, super popular tonight. We'll see how that goes. And yeah, we'll wish you a fantastic rest of your night. Before I forget, I'm going to be identified. This is Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo with the Beacon Net. We meet every Sunday and Wednesday night. 10 p.m. Eastern Time is the big show. 9:30 Eastern Time is the pre-show. Come hang out with us. It's a lot of fun. You'll hear us talk about the blue screen from time to time. That is the almost instant messenger window on NetLogger, but you can also access it through ragchew.app. And so long as you've got your license, you can see what the other half of the net is like. ABNMO was in and out. Andy, have a great night. We're going to pick up K0KDW Brad. Usually you're a lot higher on our list, Brad. It's unusual seeing you in the middle of the pack. So how are you doing tonight? And what are your trivia answers?
Good evening, Lucy, and everyone else on the net. I'll give the answers in just a minute. And yeah, things are going pretty well for me. It's been nice and warm here too. It's 48 right now. 48 right now. It's 66 today. It was almost 70 yesterday, but it was extremely windy yesterday. Sorry, I was reading a text real quick. And my comment there real quick for Josh, let me break because I'm going to time out. my comment there for Josh is, I have a Discord group. I guess this would be for EPC as well. Dustin, I forgot his name for a minute. Don't tell him. But we ought to all get together on Discord and have a Discord lunch for those of us that don't live up with you guys and can join you for lunch. A Discord lunch sounds kind of fun. In one of the voice channels I got. But let me break one more time. And now for me, all I'm waiting on is what I normally do when I hear a last call for law enforcement, fire, EMS. I stop whatever I'm doing when I hear it on one of my 6 different radios. I immediately stop what I'm doing, stand up and salute during the final call, whether it's retirement or the ultimate sacrifice. So my answers for tonight, Charlie Bravo. I'm breaking the trend. Charlie Bravo for crispy bacon, which is only good if you are crumbling it up and putting it in something. Otherwise, I like my bacon a little underdone. Break. And the node needs to ID that time too. So with that, KE8YUK in the net. In honor of law enforcement across much of the country that uses this, here's the phonetic King Adam 0 King David William. Back to the net.
K0KDW. First off, my brain took a minute to parse that I had already heard from you during the pre-show. I'm very sorry to hear about the loss of the 2 deputies. I hadn't heard about it, but that is a tragedy. I have a relative who was State Patrol who lost his life to a drunk driver. So I have a huge amount of respect for the boys in blue who put their lives on the line. So my thoughts and prayers will go out to their family. We had a lot of wind as well, so much, to the degree that Betty noticed it from the inside of the house. But we've been kind of staying indoors, mainly because it's so windy. I don't want to put the kids through that. But that's what we've been up to during this weather. Dustin in the blue screen wants me to inform you that he is offended, so now you know. He is joking, I'm sure. As far as Discord goes, though, Sarah does have a Discord. I don't know if Josh is going to send you the link, but... Oh, it's on the club website. There you go. W8WKY.org. You can find if you go to the club drop-down, you can see the Sarah Discord link, and you can join through that. So now you know, and now everybody listening knows. So come on down, check it out, behave. Feels obligatory to say that. Maybe it's the mom coming out at me. Anyway, we're going to clear with Brad, and we're going to pick up KE8QFT. Uncle Fred, how are you doing? How are you holding in there with all this cold weather?
Well, there's only about a month of this left. April 1st, I always call it the end of winter. I don't care if we got 3 feet of snow. I say winter's over. It ends for me on April 1st. So I did a lot of radioing today, starting at midnight. I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning doing some of these Allstar nets. Then this afternoon, I did 5A HF nets, 5 of them. One of them in particular, I ain't going to be back. I ain't going to go back to this one net. And I don't like to gripe. But let me tell you about this after I break for just a second.
W8WKY.
Hey, I timed it just right. I knew it was coming. Anyway, this one net, like the one I got on right before I turned into the pre-net, I was sitting there for like 45 minutes, right? And waiting to get down on the list so I could just, make a couple calls to a couple stations and all. And like I'm noticing the guys, he says, well, let me call for some more check-ins. Okay, what are you going to do? So he calls for about 6 people, right? That's all 6 of them. Each call up for grabs 3 times, right? And I'm like, wait a minute, this guy here, he checks in 10 spots behind me. He's got, 3 calls, and then the next guy gets 3, and then the guy before me, he gets called. I said, okay, we're going to make it. And then a couple more guys pop up on the screen, so the net control goes to them. Oh, yeah, your call's on, and all that, and go ahead, just holler up for grabs 3 different times. I said, that's it, I'm never going to go back to that one. I won't name the net, but it hadn't been around that long. Other than that, I did okay. I talked to New Orleans tonight. I hadn't talked to them for quite a while on the rare ones in New Orleans. I liked them. But other than that, nothing to complain about. It's a great hobby. Boy, I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning. KEA QFT back to net control.
KE8 QFT, KE8 YUK. Josh missed your answers. I almost missed my foot pedal, hence the slight delay in coming back to you. Can you give me the answers again real quick?
What was that?
What? I missed what you... No, I'm kidding. Did you have answers for the trivia? We missed them.
Oh, yeah, I probably didn't give them, but they're C and C. Charlie and Charlie. In any order. Okay. Back to you, Lucy.
All right, Uncle Fred. Now, Josh thinks it's very important we get our order correct. So is it C for C, or C for C, or Charlie for C, or C for Charlie? Anyways, I think I might have beaten that joke to death anyway. We're going to clear with Uncle Fred. Before I pick up Northern Mark, yeah. I'm going to re-identify. This is Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo on the W8WKY repeater with the beacon net, and that's what's going on right now. We're going to talk to KC8FQV. How are you doing, Mark? What are your trivia answers?
I heard all the beeps go. Okay, KC8FQV, we're over on Allstar now. I mentioned to Josh earlier, I'll probably run over to Allstar. Well, the Newberry machine's on Allstar, but my first leg was a few pops and crackles. But everything else is going good here. I'm going to say Charlie and Charlie. Yep, Charlie and Charlie, and everything else is going good. So, the computer, I have to get some of these tabs closed up or saved or whatever. Maybe I'll save them and try to work from there. But everything else is going good. So, we did some shoveling outside a little bit and got hopefully some of the water will drain away so it don't freeze up. I was amazed how soft it got this morning when I was out there at like 10. So let's send it back to net control, Lucy, KC8FQV.
All right, Mark. We are off our game. What were your trivia answers?
The answers were Charlie and Charlie. Yep, Charlie and Charlie. KCFQV.
Alright, that's what I thought, but I wanted to double check. Alright, thank you so much, Mark. We'll clear, and we'll talk with... No, we won't talk with Kevin. He was in and out. He's down for double D's. Bob, K8LYJ, how are you doing tonight? How's Lily doing? How's Ida doing? And what are your trivia answers?
KE8YUK and the group. This is KA8LYJ. Doing good. Lily is excited. She's going to apparently sit for the test in our April session. She's been scoring 90s in her practice tests, so she's aiming for perfection, but we're pretty confident she's ready. Ida's doing fine. She's sitting out watching her Asian TV shows on streaming on her computer with her headphones on, so she's quite content. Me, I'm sitting out here with a nice hot cup of tea after like a 3-hour nap, so it's a good night. For trivia, I'm going to go compact disc. Charlie Delta. I'll go ahead and give it back to you. KA8LYJ.
K8LYJ, K8YK. We've got you down for Charlie and Delta CD. And that does sound like a very nice evening. I, too, could use a 3-hour nap and a cup of tea. Congratulations to Lily. We wish her the best. She's going to do awesome. And I am sure we'll hear about it when she gets her license. Very excited for her. It's going to be a good time. We're going to clear with Bob. We had Tom and Phil, who were both in and out, so we're going to pick up a totally different Mark. I wasn't ready for that. K3MBC, Texas Mark. If you stick around long enough, you'll get a nickname. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
K8YUK, this is K3MBC. Good evening, Lucy. I'm doing pretty well. There's too many marks on this net this evening, I guess. Anyway, not doing a whole lot tonight, just listening into the Beacon Net. Trivia answers are, I have to say, both of these are just wild guesses. So it's Charlie and Alpha. Charlie and Alpha. Back to you.
There's no such thing as too many marks. You just end up with a moniker to go along with it. You got Mark in the middle, Northern Mark, Southern Mark, and you can be Super Southern Mark. We got you down for Charlie and Alpha, and thanks for joining the net. It's good to have you checking in. We're going to clear with Mark, Super Southern Mark. Congratulations, you have a nickname. We're going to pick up David. That is an O. K04FSH. How are you doing, David? And what are your trivia answers?
K04FSH. I'm going to go with Charlie and Charlie. Charlie. That's about all I got. That's it.
Charlie and Charlie, got you down for. I don't know why I said it like Yoda, but that's what it says in the net logger. Thanks for checking in, David. We're going to pick up El Presidente, always my president, AA8CS. Gary, how are you doing? What are you up to? What are your trivia answers?
W8WKY.
Good evening, Lucy. Very good to hear you this evening. So many questions, so little time. First, I will address the question of who doesn't respect the police or law enforcement. Let's put it that way. I'm going to take a stab at this, and I'm going to guess criminals. Just a guess. Let's see. Trivia. I'm going to go for the main trivia question. I'm going to go with Cornwaldo Bean, although it might be Cornwaldo P, but I'm not sure, so I'm going to hang with Bean. And I think your nemesis there, I think he might have invented the pencil, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was, I don't know, C or D. But anyway, great questions. You guys do a fabulous job. And I got to tell you, Lucy, you have a voice made for radio, girl. It is fabulous. Soothing, wonderful, pleasant, and I'm going to listen to it for the rest of the net. This is AAHCS, back to net.
Well, first off, Gary, thank you so much for those compliments. That means a lot to me. I'm glad that I'm soothing rather than grating. I definitely have been sick enough during some of these nets that I am grateful that they kept me on, even though it was a dock to my pay. Yeah, we've got you down for Delta and Charlie, and I was going to say you have to give credit to my kids for why my voice sounds so amazing right now. It's between the amount of tea that I have drunk today and the amount of don't eat that, put that down, stop putting that in your mouth, don't climb on that, don't dip it up, that I did today. It was a lot. But we love them very much, and we also love that they are sound asleep right now. Another round tomorrow. Anyway, we're going to clear with Gary. Good to hear you. Always glad to have you. We're going to clear with Gary. Grant was in and out. We've got Middle Mark, K4OG, Original Gangsta. Mark, what are you up to? Talked to any satellites lately?
KE8YUK, K4OG. Good evening, Lucy and everybody. Well, Lucy, it's been a fun-filled evening out here at the Hayden household. We've been looking online for curtains, and we thought we found some at JCPenney. The wife's going for some sheer, light blue, teal, combined with some bright white. We thought we found some for sure at JCPenney, but then they didn't have but one panel of white. I'm telling you, it's exciting over here. Anyway, the answers to the trivia. LYJ, Bob, took the words right out of my mouth. Compact disc. I think it's that penny, whatever it was up there. I had to scroll all the way up there to look at it. Peabody's, yes. And I wouldn't pass up a chance to say Demblay. And if my answers are wrong, I still say Demblay. Thanks for running the net, Lucy. We're having a good time. K4OG, back to KE8YUK.
All right, Mark, we've got you down for Charlie in Delta, CD, and Thimble. I'm very proud of that trivia question. I'm proud of this one, too, I think. We'll see. Good to have you. Good luck on the curtains. Funnily enough, I am reading Gone with the Wind. Oh, what an undertaking. It's like 40-some hours on audiobook. It's ridiculous. But I'm actually at the point where Scarlett O'Hara makes the famous dress out of curtains, which was also famously parodied by Carol Burnett. Both excellent scenes. However, in the book, it is different than the movie. So it's been interesting seeing the similarities and differences there. What I'm getting at is maybe your wife just needs fabric for a new dress. Maybe that's really what she's gunning for. Just something to keep in mind. Good luck finding curtains. Keep up the excitement, Mark, and we'll catch you down the log. We're going to clear with Mark. We're going to pick up KI5, TAQ, Taco Tim. And this will be the bottom of my list, so if you're waiting to check in, be on alert. But first, we're going to talk with Tim, KI5, TAQ. How are you doing tonight?
Good evening there, Miss Lucy. I'm doing pretty good. This is KI5 TAQ. Yeah, when you mentioned Gone with the Wind and Scarlett O'Hara making an outfit out of curtains, you kind of remind me of another movie where another person named Von Trapp took a bunch of curtains in her bedroom and made them into kids' clothes. And, well, that's another use of curtains. Oh, let's get on with the trivia answers. I'm going to go with double D's, Delta and Delta. Oh, and the only other thing I could do is make some people hungry, or make them go, yum, yum, with ice cream and chocolate chip cookies. Maybe some chocolate ice cream to go with those chocolate chip cookies. Oh, well, I'll let you get on down to the bottom of the list. No, wait a minute, you're at the bottom of the list. Time for some more chickens. This is KI5TAQ.
Yes, sir. More chickens coming in. Tim, good to have you. Got you down for Delta and Delta. And, what in the world was I going to say? It's gone now. Chicken took it. This is Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo on the W8WKY repeater with tonight's Beacon Net. If you want to be added to the log tonight, please call now.
Juliet 5, Mike Charlie Victor, KJ5, MCV Ryan, out of here in Broken Arrow.
KJ5 ATA, Kilo Juliet 5, Alpha Tango Alpha, guy from Georgetown, Texas.
All right, we'll take them two at a time. We got Ryan, KJ5 MCV, and we got Guy, KJ5 ATA. Ryan, you're first up. Oh, were we reading trivia? We're rereading trivia. I might be in the big chair, but Josh is the footstool. I don't know where that analogy was going. Anyway, KEAYUK to W8HRF. Go ahead and read off main trivia.
All right, thanks, Lucy. KE8YUK W8HRF. Tonight's main trivia question for our newcomers. What are the oldest major electronic media awards given in the United States? Your options are Alpha, the Iris Awards, Bravo, the Annies, Charlie, the Peabodys, or Delta, the Cornwaldo Beans. I wonder if there's a competition for how many Cornwaldo Beans you can get. Anyways, main trivia. What are the oldest major electronic media awards given in the United States? Your options are Alpha, the Iris Awards, Bravo, the Annies, Charlie, the Peabodys, or Delta, the Cornwaldo Beans. Back to you, Lucy, W8HRF.
W8HRF, KEAYUK. All right, all trivia. What did Nicolas Jacques Conté invent? A, modern chalkboard chalk. B, horsehair paintbrushes. C, the pencil. Or D, the thimble. That's your alternate trivia. Ryan, how are you doing tonight? Do you have answers for trivia? Take your best guess.
W8WKY.
Well, you kind of called it. I've got nothing. So I'm just going to copy off of, I'm going to copy off Donald from the Osage's paperwork there. I'm going to copy off his homework. I know it's a popular answer, but I'm going to wing them out there and say Charlie and Charlie. And there's a lot of Charlies and a lot of Marks on here tonight, which reminds me of a joke. You know, that's what the sound a dog makes if he had a cleft palate. Mark, Mark.
Josh has updated me and informed me that we call our marks the dog pound. So, Northern Mark, Middle Mark, Southern Mark, and now Super Southern Mark. It's just growing by the day. We got you down for Charlie and Charlie. Good guesses. We'll see what they result in at the end. Got KJ5 ATA Guy. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
Associate Network Control. This is Guy from Georgetown, Texas, KJ5ATA. Answer. Question A is, I'm going to say C, Peabody. The only reason why I say that was there was a show, I've forgotten, it was on Bullwinkle or whatever, and there was a dog named Mr. Peabody and the Wayback Machine, and he had a kid by the name of Sherman. And it seems like Mr. Peabody was the boss, and Sherman was his sidekick, anyways. So it's Peabody. And then there's the next question. I think it might be C again. So you're looking at Charlie and Charlie, and that's what I'm going to come up with on that end. Anyways, we're approaching springtime, and it's all good. I'm liking to see that it's warming up some. So anyways, this is KJ5ATA, back to network control.
Thank you so much for checking in, guys. Good to hear you. We got you down for Charlie and Charlie, and we'll wish you a great rest of your night. We had Chris check in, KD2HCE, but he was in and out, so we're again at the bottom of our list. We're coming up on 11 o'clock, everybody, so if you want to check in soon. KE8YUK for the BeaconNet on the W8WKY repeater. If you want to be added to the list, please call now. All right. We picked up KC3 Whiskey C Alpha. Whiskey Charlie Alpha, yep. Alexander, you're really hard to hear. You're pretty quiet, but otherwise we did get you. Do you have any traffic for tonight?
I'm clear on traffic just popping into the net. I'll turn back to you, net control, and everyone else, 73.
Roger that. Thanks for checking in. It's good to have you. We're going to throw it up to the top of our list, which is me. I was home out all day with the kids. They're great. That sounded sarcastic. Not sarcastic. They're actually great. Although Betty did draw on the window today with string cheese. Now you know that you can do that, should you find a need to do that. I'm going to kick it over to W8HRF. KE8YK to W8HRF. What's your traffic? What's your trivia answers?
KE8YUK, W8HRF. My trivia answer for yours, NetLogger. Can you write that down? Okay, I can do that. I'm a split personality over here. I'm going to go ahead and abstain from main. Let me figure out how to spell abstain. And then for Lucy's, I don't know. I don't know this guy. I'm just going to go with Alpha. There we go. Sounds like A and A for abstain and Alpha. There we go. What comments do I have? I didn't think of any. I don't really have too much tonight. It was was the meeting last week? The meeting was fun. I think that was last week. Got some good events coming up. Got a fox hunt on Saturday, March 21st. First of the year. That'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully we have some good weather for that. That'll be awesome. So looking forward to that. Appreciate Dave NTAD putting that on. And let's see, what else? I know we got a VE session coming up in April. I keep on thinking, man, I should really go for my extra. So one of these days, I'll show up at a VE session and just upgrade to my extra, hopefully. Need to do some studying first. Hopefully Lily does well. I'm sure she will when she goes for her technician. That'll be really cool to hear her on the air. And I think that's about everything I have. Oh, it was fun to drive home and have. There was some traffic on the repeater on the drive home, so I got to talk to some folks. That was a lot of fun. So always fun to have some folks to talk to on the long drive home. So there you go. I'll be back with main trivia in a little bit. KE8YUK, W8HRF.
WHRF KE8YUK. And I, too, thank everyone that Josh talked to on the way home. It's always good for him. Got you down for abstain and alpha. I'll have to bump our net loggers pay grade up a little bit. We're going to clear with Josh. We're going to pick up KD8 EPC. Dustin, you out there?
KD8YUK and the Beacon Net. This is KD8 EPC. Well, good evening to you, Miss Lucy. Let me start out with the trivias before I forget. I'm going to go with D and D, and that's not to be confused with D and D, just so you know. What else is going on? I cooked a roast today, along with some potatoes and carrots and onions and sweet potatoes, and that turned out really good. So I got a whole bunch of that left in the crock pot I got to throw in the fridge here in a few minutes. Otherwise, not a lot going on. Just did some laundry, enjoyed the outdoors for a little bit, and now we're trying to keep the eyelids open just long enough to finish up the net there. So with that, we'll say 73. This is KD8 EPC. Back to net control.
I think the eyelids are forming a union because mine are also trying to leave. Not leave, go down. That'd be weird. Anyway, we got you down for Delta and Delta. Have a good night, Dustin. We're going to clear. We're going to pick up KD8 SLG, the menace himself. What are you up to, Nick?
KE8YUK, this is KD8 SLG. Good evening, Miss Lucy. All the Beacon netizens. Good bunch in here tonight. Good times. Let's do trivia first. I'm going Charlie and Charlie. That seems to be the prevailing winds. So I'm right there. Josh, that's Charlie and Charlie, not Charlie and Charlie. Josh did a bunch of announcements. Thanks, Josh. Good to hear Gary in here tonight. Always fun when Gary's around. Don't forget the barometer net. The ungodly hour of 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Gary will be there, so will I. That's all I got tonight. Fine business. Thanks, Lucy. Thanks, Josh. KD8 SLG, back to net control.
KD8 SLG, KEAYUK. You know, you should take some inspiration from me and Josh. You and Gary should run the barometer net like this sometime. What could go wrong? We've got you down for Charlie and Charlie. Hand wave to Audrey. And we're going to clear. We're going to pick up K8QKO, Nick at night. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
W8WKY.
KAYUK, KAKKO. Hello, Lucy. Hello, everybody on the net. You know what? That's a good idea, Lucy. Have Nick and Gary run the barometer net. They could do that as like a handoff, like a presidential handoff when I assume Nick's gonna, get voted in since he's running unopposed. And then have Gary be the old president, handing it off to the new president as a barometer net sort of thing. Like we think we have something like that now in our government. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, maybe that. Also, I heard a story earlier. You were talking about leaving Josh alone with your son. And, that reminded me of a story that I had with mine when he was about 2-ish, I think. I'm going to break for time and tell a story. So when my son was, I think around 2 or something like that, we were visiting my wife's aunt and uncle for Christmas, and we were at their house, and they had their son's old rooms, and we had the pack and play in the room, and there was stuff on the dresser next to it. My son apparently during his nap had pulled a bunch of stuff off the dresser, and it was in the pack and play.
So I went to put him up and put him to bed, and I noticed all these things he grabbed, and they were still in his back and play. So I set him on the bed. I turned, I pulled everything out, set it back on the dresser, and when I turned back to him on the bed, he was gone. Like 30 seconds. And then I turned the other way, and I see him standing at the top of the stairs outside the door. And I was like, uh-oh. But I was calmly like, hey, buddy. You know, I don't want to scare him or anything, but that didn't matter. He took one step off the top of those stairs, and then he went down the stairs like a slinky. Head, feet, head, feet, head, feet. Scared the absolute crap out of me. He was perfectly fine. But, yeah, it was baby's bounce. See, there's that. And then I think my trivia answers tonight are going to be Charlie and Charlie. I guess that's about all I got. So with that, I'll pass it back to you, Lucy. K8YUK. K8QKO.
K8QKO, K8YUK. Oh, no. Oh, man, that's tough. I'm really, really glad he's okay. That is so, so scary. Will definitely has no sense of steps yet, and that's not great. So I'll be extra vigilant, I'll tell you that. Betty, thankfully, is aware that it's not good if he went down the stairs. So if she sees a door open, she'll yell at us about it. And if she sees that he notices that the door is open, I've taught her to hold on to the back of his onesie and yell for me. And it's funny because their sizes and their centers of gravity are just enough that she actually can't really stop him yet. She just slows him down, so she looks kind of like she's what's the word? It's not sled riding. What's the word? Mushing. What's the? That's the word. Yeah. So it's funny, but so far so good. Hopefully they'll stay safe. But oh, what a tale. Okay, down for Charlie and Charlie. That is it for this list. We're going to do one final call, and then we'll probably wrap things up. If you want to join tonight's BeaconNet, please give your call sign phonetically, followed by alpha numerically with your name and location. If you're interested, call now. Works for me. All right, we're going to read off the answers to main trivia. I'm going to kick it over to WHRF, K8YK to WHRF. Go ahead and read the answer to today's main trivia.
All right, tonight's, I should identify, Whiskey 8, Hotel Romeo Foxtrot. Tonight's main trivia question was, what are the oldest major electronic media awards given in the United States? Your options were the Iris Awards, I'm sorry, my foot slipped off the pedal. Alpha, the Iris Awards. Bravo, the Annies. Charlie, the Peabodys. Or Delta, the Cornwaldo Beans. The answer, as many guessed, was Charlie, the Peabodys. George Foster, the George Foster Peabody Awards, or simply the Peabody Awards. That program is named for the American businessman and philanthropist George Peabody. And they honor what are described as the most powerful, enlightening, and invigorating stories in all of television, radio, and online media. Because of their academic affiliation and reputation for discernment, the awards are held in high esteem within the media industry. The oldest major electronic media award in the United States, established in 1940 by the National Association of Broadcasters. The Peabody Award was created to honor excellence in radio broadcasting as the radio industry's equivalent to the Pulitzer Prizes. It was later expanded to include television and then to media, including podcasts and streaming. So there you go. Tonight's answer was Charlie, the Peabodys. There you go. And 7-3, everybody. We'll catch you next time. K8YUK, W8HRF, 7-3 all.
WHRF, KEAYUK. Here's your alt trivia. What did Nicholas Jacques Conte invent? A, modern chalkboard chalk. B, horsehair paintbrushes. C, the pencil. Or D, the thimble? The answer was, as many people guessed, not everybody, C, Charlie. Nicholas was a French painter born in 1755, and he developed the process of combining powdered graphite with clay and pressing it between two wooden halves. So there's your answer to that. Short but sweet. We're going to do one single final call before we close this net down. If you want to be a last-minute addition to tonight's Beacon Net, please call now. All right, nothing heard. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, W8HRF, KE8, nope, not KE8, yeah, it is KD8, KD8EPC, KD8SLG, KE8QKO, KE8VGA, and sometimes KF5DIY. We want to thank you one and all for checking in with us this evening. You're welcome to come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater. You can also find us on Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. In the same locations, you can find the Barometer Net every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday. Finally, don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time, which is 1 o'clock Eastern Time, on the Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R, or here on W8WKY on Wednesdays and some Saturdays. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is Lucy, KE8YUK, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time. 73s, and God bless everybody.